All right, everyone, welcome back to another one of our seniors fitness programs from home. If it seems today to you like I'm wearing exactly the same clothes that I was wearing in the last video, it's because I am. Today I've made the decision to film them back to back. Of course, it's a completely different session, but I'm just being efficient with my time today. You didn't get the wrong video. I don't have anything specific on instructions to let you know beforehand other than it's a full body workout today again. Maybe a little bit more work on the hips and the legs than we did last time, which had more of a focus on the shoulders. But aside from that, it's full body. It's not going to be too long. I'll keep it fun for you. At least I'll do my best. Let's go ahead and get started. You're going to want a chair close by for this first one. We're going to warm up by doing one of our single leg exercises. It's going to be the hip opener. So you can touch that chair. If you don't need to grab it and lean onto it, don't. Just touch it with the fingertips. And that sensory feedback that you get from touch, for many of you, will be enough. If you don't even need that, just keep the chair close. So what we're going to do is stand on one foot. We're going to pick our other foot up. Doesn't matter which leg. You're going to open up the thigh, drop the foot down. This is where everyone cheats. Make sure to keep the knee pointed to the outside of the room when you raise it up before you tuck it back in again. We're going to do that 5 times. That counts as 1. So 2. And try when you're doing this, especially if you feel clicking or popping in the hips, squeeze the whole thigh and foot. 3, the whole time. From the raise to the tuck to the drop. That's 3. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the whole leg. It makes a difference. Boy, does it ever. And we're going to do one more. That was 4. This is 5. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. I know you don't have to squeeze the muscles that hard to perform the action, but I want you to do it nonetheless if you got that clicking or popping or grinding in the hip. What a difference. It's forcing you to tighten up and activate the muscles that are loosening up when you're flexing the hip, and then giving that pinging, popping sensation as they rub against the bone on their way on the hip extension. So here we go. 1, squeeze, 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 squeeze if you're one of those people. And then bring it back. And I say all the way down to the foot. 3, even though the foot's not necessarily involved, because that just helps you to squeeze all the muscles in the leg instead of trying, I think this is 3, maybe it's 4, instead of trying to isolate one muscle. 4, and then we've got one more. 5. All right, for this next one, it's a balance exercise. You're going to want a chair in front of you, but only use it as much as you need it. It's a safety, it's not there to make the movement easier. It's to make it safer. We're going to raise the balls of the heels of our feet. Then we're going to drop those heels down. We're going to let our hips sway back a little bit. That's a crucial part of this exercise for balance. And then we're going to pick the balls of our feet up. That's the moment that you're going to want to make sure you've got some fingers on the chair. And then raise up the heels, swing the hips slightly back, pick up the balls of the feet, touch the chair. We're going to do, I hope you're already following along with me. We're going to start actually by spelling a word today. It's going to be piriformis. That's a muscle in your butt, an important one, helps you to rotate the leg, causes a lot of back pain, or it makes you move well, depending on how you want to look at it. So we're going to spell it, starting from P. Swing those hips back. I. R. I. F. O. R. M. I. S. Now we're not going to stop there. We're just going to do straight up heel raises for a count of 20, nice and quickly. For 1, keep the balls and toes of the feet down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, you can keep the chair close by. 8, 9, but try not to use it. 10 unless you really need it. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake out your right foot. shake out your left foot, and grab your rubber band. So I'm going to give you a few different options for this next one. They're the same exercise. The easiest setup, probably the fewest of you will be able to do, would be to simply grab either end of the band, step in the middle of the band with both feet, and you're just going to be taking a step, a couple shifts to the right, and a couple of shifts to the left. Simple as that. You don't really need to think about technique. The band does all the work for you in terms of technique. This is a hip exercise. If that's too much, you can do the same thing next to a chair. I'm going to step on the band with both feet like this, except I can then touch the chair, rest a hand on the chair. And we're going to move one foot at a time, taking a side step. All right, whether you do this 2 to the right and then 2 to the left, each 2 to the right will count as our step out and step in. All right, and you're just going to follow along with that technique for the duration. If you haven't tried this and you feel like you can't, try it. It's amazing. It's really, really fun. All right, we're going to count this in a multiple of 7, starting from 0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, and 70. So now you can switch to the other side of the chair. We're going to be doing the same movement, but for the people who are not using the chair, I'm going to demonstrate 70 down with the alternate movement. So starting at 70, 63, 56, 49, it's a lot of coordination today, 42, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7, and 0. And if you try that technique, by the way, any day, you'll feel it massively in your hips. If you feel like you can almost do it, but you can't quite do it for reasons of balance, do it with your butt against a wall. Then you can lean into the wall and you're still working your legs and hips in the same way, right? You can still get a great workout even if you're struggling with balance. So we're going to take that band and we're just going to move it to the side for now and have a seat. All right, so this next one is going to be a knee extension, alternating knee extension. I'm trying, when I extend a leg, to reach towards the inside edge of that leg, maybe for the knee, or if you have more flexibility, to the ankle or the shin. If all you can touch is the knee, great. It's still a good exercise. So it's alternating. Extend the right leg, touch the inside of that leg with your opposite hand. Extend the other leg, touch the inside of the leg with the opposite hand. You're going to do it to your maximum ability to reach and twist, okay? So some of you are going to do a little bit more than others, but it should, at the end of the day, feel more or less the same to everyone. We're going to count this sequence AB, BB, CB, DB, EB, forwards and backwards, no pausing, starting from A, B, 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 and I'm going to do this from the side so you get profile. C, B, D, B, E, B, counting that backwards, B, E, B, D, B, C, B, 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 A. Excellent. Excellent. All right, so we have one more exercise for the day in this case. Before we get to our coordination work, you're going to need a rubber band for this one. I'm going to get you to loop it around 1 foot. You're going to pick the foot. And let me just stand close to the camera. I want you to hold the ends of the band so that the loose end comes at the top of your fist, or the thumb side of the fist. That's just going to make it more comfortable. It's not necessary. So what I'm going to do is extend this leg out. I'm going to keep it up in the air. And we're going to open up our wingspan. By wingspan, I just mean your elbow span. And at the same time, you're going to rotate your forearms backwards like this. All right, so the movement from the front looks like this. Open elbows, rotate. Open elbows, rotate. From profile, open elbows, rotate. See how my wrists travel upwards and backwards. Okay, we're going to, we've done our spelling, so we're going to count one more multiple. It's going to be 8 starting from 0. You can combine those two actions into one movement, 8. Or you can separate them if you like, 16. Do one right after the other, 24, 32, 40, 48. If the leg gets tired, drop the heel to the ground. 56, as long as you started making the effort. 64, 72, oh my goodness, and 80. Great. Good news for you. We get to repeat that. We're just going to loop the band around the other foot. Start with the first few reps with the foot above the ground, and then as you get more and more tired, just drop that heel to the floor and let it rest. So counting back from 80, 72, 63, 56. You know what? I totally lost count there. Let's do that one more time. I don't mind giving you a few extra reps. So this is 80. Sorry about that. 72, 64, 56, 48, 40, 32, we're getting close, 24, 16, almost there, 8, whew, and 0. So between the last session and today's session, you've done lots of good, healthy work for your shoulders and for the 4 muscles of your rotator cuff. Frankly, the more often you can exercise that particular group of muscles, the better. It's one of those things that you don't want to just train once a week. 3, 4, 5 times a week, but gently done. This is going to be fantastic for you. Grab your rubber ball. We're going to finish up with our coordination exercise. Just like last session, we're not worrying about peripheral sight today. We're doing the coordination aspect alone. So that's tap with one foot twice and once with the other. So double tap, single tap. Last time we bounced, this time we're going to throw it from one hand to the other hand. Keep it close if you're worrying about not catching it. Separate the hands or throw it higher if you feel like your coordination is getting better. However, as always, flex in the hip. Slight bend in the knees or stagger your stance. That's going to improve your reaction time. So we're going to count this in a multiple of 9 starting from 0, 9, 18, 27, 36. You can keep your eye on the ball for these ones. 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. One more, we count back from 90, but reverse the feet. So whatever you tapped once with, now you tap twice with. Whatever you tapped once with, or twice with, now you tap once with. So counting from 90, 81, keep your eye on the ball, 72, 63, 54, 45, 36, 27, 18, 9, and the last one, 0. I hope that you're starting to notice that you're losing that ball a little less frequently. Although in my experience, when I bring it up to people that I'm observing, they're much better. They don't seem to notice because the improvement happens slowly over time. But if you ever you're interested, you could record yourself doing it today and then record yourself doing it 6 months from now, and I guarantee you it's going to be a staggering difference. I had fun on today's session. I certainly hope you did as well. I'm going to see you again for our next session in a few days' time, but until then, make sure to stay active, stay healthy, and stay safe.